Thank you. Next we move to the Infrastructure, Transport and Environment Committee reports. So item 8, the Traffic and Parking Bylaw, administrative changes to Central City one-way streets. Pauline, if you'd like to make some comment on this.
Changes to one-way streets. The Issue Committee unanimously agreed to recommend that the Council approve these changes. It's changes to the designation of some of the one-way streets in the CBD. This dates back to the Canterbury Earthquake Authority making some changes to these in 2008. Basically, in readiness, I think in 2014, sorry about that. Basically, in readiness to two-way. However, these anticipated changes have not materialised. In fact, we've got a budget in the LTP for conversions 24 and 25 years, and they're not likely to in the very near future. So in order to give clarity on the road designation and rules, it's wise to make these changes to revert back basically to the status quo. If for the future there's a decision to revisit these one-way streets, it would be appropriate to amend the bylaw again at that time. So this just makes them enforceable the way they are. So as I say, we've supported this and I'm happy to move it.
All right. Dion, you're happy to second? No? Okay, so do we have a seconder? Tim? All right. Dion, you've got a question?
Specifically on Chewham and Litchfield Street. Actually, I'll back the bus up a little bit. This is changing the transport chapter of the Christchurch Central Recovery Plan. The accessible city chapter? Is that effectively what these changes are going to do?
It's not necessarily changing it, but it's just really putting back into the bylaw what's currently there. So until such time as whatever decisions made on those, as those projects get taken further forward.
So would that then put these? Would these changes make be in conflict with the accessible city chapter in the Central City Recovery Plan?
No, because it did really just putting them back until such time as we develop or take further those designs as part of those programs later on in the LTP.
So it's not a deliberate change to the LTP.
No, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
And I mean, we know that Litchfield Street and Chewham Street will happen at some stage soon because we've put the money in the budget to start the stadium or the multi-purpose arena, and that effectively goes over top of Litchfield Street. So why is the purpose of doing this now when we know that there's going to be an end outcome on Litchfield Street, which will change Chewham Street in the future anyway?
Yeah, so it's just about tidying up the bylaw and the schedules in the bylaw at the moment. Obviously, with the development of the stadium, there was a better idea of how the roads interact with the stadium as part of that, and will be changed to whatever they need to be at that time.
Okay. If that's the case, Chewham Street and Litchfield Street, especially the intersection, especially the merge of the two-way into the one-way into the two-way part on Chewham Street, and especially the Madras Street, Litchfield Street intersection, both heading east, are quite messy intersections in the central city. So if we're going to be amending these bylaws and putting them back to what they effectively were, are we going to be looking at tidying up those intersections from a safety perspective? Because that intersection of Madras and Litchfield Street's not very safe, and the on Chewham Street, between Barbados and Fitzgerald, that merge lane is not very safe as well, because you often see people turning into the Mediterranean using that merge lane, and then I've seen quite often personally quite a lot of near accidents there. So I'm just wondering, if we're going to be doing this, are we going to be looking at addressing the safety concerns that I know about personally on those areas? Yeah. So the part this is around really aligning it to where the funding sort of currently sits in the LTP, but yeah, we are aware of some of the issues around that Madras Litchfield Street. We've been looking at doing some tidying up there to make it a little bit clearer, and the same thing on Chewham Street as well. So there is some assurance that if we're going to be approving this, that those things will happen? Yeah, but it'll be minor works just to try and make it clearer, as to just start through our normal lines. Yeah, I think they are minor, but they need to be done. Okay.
Thank you. Glenn.
Thank you. Just curious, I know the option 1 says no financial implications, etc., and you've said in the report no costs given no, works. My question though is, surely there must have been a cost somewhere in terms of at least opportunity cost or something, and I know these are future changes that were signalled when Sarah revoked the bylaw at the time, but surely there must have been a cost somewhere.
I guess that cost was the cost of implementation as well. There is no implementation. It's just about correcting the bylaw. So there's no physical work being done on the roads. That's where the nil comes from. Yeah.
There might have been a staff time cost.
Yeah, there's been a lot of time.
Yeah, have we got an actual figure on that?
If I can just comment, we have a standard clause in our reports where we assign $750 for preparation and investigation into any report of this type of nature.
Michael, so at the most it was probably that $250.
Sorry?
It was probably $250 at most.
Possibly a minimal amount of money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. So this has been moved and seconded. Is there any debate on this? I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Against? That's carried. Thank you.